Number 25, Baylor men's basketball lost to TCU at home today, 74-71. This is the second straight year that Baylor men's basketball has lost to TCU in the Foster Pavilion, and 3 straight years where Baylor's lost at home. It's so annoying to lose to a rival at home. And you know what's crazy is Baylor was up as many as 12 points in this game. But they let TCU hung around. Apologize if I'm looking at it because I cannot memorize all this stuff. And Baylor at halftime was up 39-32. I will say TCU made a three that right as halftime like the buzzer expired. In the second half, TCU scored more, 42 points, while Baylor scored 32. But there's obviously more to the game than that. That's why I'm going to go last minute of the game. In addition, I am going to go over the stats here. And I will say that Jeremy Roach, late in the game, got hurt. It's like on a loose ball. Like, you got the ball deflected off of TCU and I set it up. And still no Langston Love for Baylor. Yeah, Jalen Celestine played. So just want to make things clear about that. So Baylor was down 6 points with 1:06 left. Brendan Wenzel fouled for TCU. Norchano Amir went to the line, made both free throws to make it 69-65. TCU called timeout around 52 seconds left, and Wenzel missed a 3, but Terzarian White got the offensive board and made a layup around 34 seconds left to make it 71-65. And Jeremy Roach missed a layup, which was blocked by Ernest Uday. And Baylor got the offensive board, and Terzarian White fouled on the 3-point shot, and VJ Edgecombe made all 3 free throws to make it 71-68. And there was a turnover by Vassian Allet from TCU, and it was stolen by Jeremy Roach. But the ball went out of bounds when you look at it. And Jay Nunn made a 3, assisted by Rob Wright, to tie it at 71 apiece. TCU called timeout for around 17 seconds left. Now, around 5 seconds left, I'm going to say something very controversial here. I think that was a little push-off by TCU that they got away with. Then they kicked it out for a 3. And he made it by Brendan Wenzel. And it was assisted by Noah Reynolds. And Jay Nunn, around 1 second left, tried to make a 3, but it was blocked by Ernest Uday. And Vassian got the defensive board, and that was ball game. This is a bad loss for Baylor. This is the same TCU team that literally lost to Utah at home last game. You can't do that. And I know I'm going to go over the stats here soon. But first, I'm going to call out the officiating by name. Because they did an awful job. And those guys are Kip Kissinger, Marquez Pettigrew, and Doug Sermons. I don't know what they were doing in the second half. I swear. It was so questionable on both sides, too. But at the end of the day, look, Baylor didn't make as many, didn't shoot the ball as good. 39.7% and close to 40%, but still not good enough. On 63 attempts. 36% on threes on 25 attempts. What was the killer is free throws. They missed 6 free throws out of 18, so they made 2/3 of their free throws. And Norchano Amir had 4 of those misses, and Jay Nunn, a guard, missed 2 of them. They got to be better on free throws. 25 rebounds, 9 of those offensive. 17 assists, 11 steals, 2 blocks, 5 turnovers. Yeah, they only commit 5 turnovers in the game and still lost. 11 fouls and 14 points off the bench. 3 double-digit scores combined for 20 plus 18. That's 38 plus 11. That's 49 points. And 3 other players scored 61 points in this game. Had exactly 6 plus 6. That's 12 plus 8. That's 20. And TCU had 17 plus 8. That's 25 plus 2. That's 27 points. And 4 double-digit scores combined for 17 plus 13. That's 30 plus 13. That's 43 plus 16. That's 59. And 1 player scored 61 points in this game, had 8. And TCU shot the ball better, especially in the second half. 50.9% from the field on 53 attempts. 38.9% on threes on 18 attempts. And TCU made their free throws unlike Baylor. 76.5% on the free throws on 17 attempts. 41 rebounds, 12 of those offensive. Yeah, Baylor got murdered on the glass. 14 assists, 4 steals, 7 blocks, 17 turnovers, 15 fouls. And I'm not just solely blaming the officiating for the game, because there are other factors. But they gotta admit they were questionable in the game. And now I'm going to go over points on turnovers, fast break points, and points in the paint. Points on turnovers favored Baylor in this game pretty handily, 21-5. Fast break points favored Baylor, 12-9. But points in the paint favored TCU, 36-28. And Josh Uzuwuna, who have been playing well recently, had a no-show of a game. It's not solely on him, I know. But you were up in this game by 12, as much as. And you let them hang around. You got a 6-point lead at times, and you couldn't extend it. Or 8-point lead at times, and you couldn't extend it. And I'm going to seriously say this. Baylor is in trouble. Potentially for making the NCAA tournament. And I get it so far away to say this. But at the same time, this is a bad loss. And all the good teams that you faced, you have lost to. I mean, with the exception of St. John's, I'm not even going to say Arkansas is a good win now. They were ranked at the time, but they're not a good one right now. They look garbage. So, I'm going to say this imperatively. Baylor men's basketball does not need any more bad losses. This is one of them. You can't do that. You got Kansas State at home, and they're terrible. And I get Jerome Tang has beat Scott Drew every time. But at some point, you got to beat your own buddy from your own staff that used to be at Baylor. And that's on January 22nd. January 25th, you get to play Utah on the road. Utah's playing better now, but you cannot lose to them. Then you got on the road to BYU on January 28th. You better win that game. That team lost to Utah as well. And we'll see about the health status for Jeremy Roach going forward. And hopefully Langston Love gets back sooner rather than later. Then you got Kansas at home. That is a must-win of a game in terms of quality-wise on February 1st. Then you got on the road to Texas Tech on February 4th. And I would consider that potentially a must-win too. So, I am very disgusted, at least for Baylor right now. And I do not, whatever the issues are, it's just beyond me. I mean, there are more issues than I thought going into the year. And I'm just hoping now they could just get to the NCAA tournament. Now, TCU will have Kansas at home January 22nd. January 25th, you got it on the road to UCF. Then you got on the road to Texas Tech, January 29th. So back-to-back tough games right there. And it's not including Kansas at home. Though Kansas is not the same team as they are at home when on the road. And they're down KJ Adams. Then you got Colorado at home. They're struggling. February 2nd. February 5th, you got West Virginia at home. And I'm going to say this for TCU fans here. The only way you're going to make the NCAA tournament is to win the conference tournament. Point blank. I'm sorry. It hurts your feelings, but it's the truth. I mean, unless you get so many good wins in a row and have no more bad losses, you're not going to make the NCAAs. And I could say the same thing about Baylor. If they need to get some more big, at least they have a better shot to make the NCAAs than TCU does. But this loss really hurts. And this team has just been injury bugged. And it's not just injuries, but something else is going on. I don't know. So, I'm totally done with this game. I'm going to just put this behind me and move on. Sure, it frustrates the heck out of me to lose to a rival at home, especially in a brand new arena for the second straight year. But I'm going to call this right now. Baylor's going to beat TCU at TCU next time. When you look at the history, it does make sense. And it's like on March 4th. I know that's a long way, but I'm just saying right now. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to Sun Scores. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more some money at this course like video. Comment really helps YouTube algorithm so more people see it. So the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe button, ring the notification bell as well. And I'm also going to say Baylor pulled the exact same stunt as Gonzaga did last night against St. Clair. Double-digit favorites at home, and you lost. And consecutive games at that. So I'm just going to leave it right there.